traffic engineering. Okay, and for 100 level course, I will go through the main points, not the complete syllabus. This is uploaded on Blackboard, so you can see it whenever you have time. So there are two prerequisites for this course. Okay, the one is highway engineering, the other one is statistics. Okay, highway engineering you must have taken recently, right? So what did you take in highway engineering? When? Highway design. What sort of design? Curves. Okay. Horizontal vertical curves. What else? Cut and fill. Yes.
Speeds.
Speeds. Huh? Intersections. Okay.
Characteristics.
Driver characteristics. Okay. Anything else? Okay, that's fine. So everything you mentioned, especially the design. The design comes from, or who are you designing for? The drivers, right? The drivers, and you have to also keep in mind how they are driving the cars, or how the vehicles will move over the highway, right? This is your main concern. How the drivers will behave and how the cars will move. These two important elements come from traffic engineering. So traffic engineering is basically the study of these two items. Okay, the driver behavior and the movement of vehicles. Okay, so whatever you did in that course, that was coming from the background of traffic engineering. Okay, and the second thing, the second important course is statistics. So what did you learn in statistics? Probabilities. Median, average.
That is.
Net average. Yeah. Anybody else? How to show data in different ways. Okay. Anything else you remember? Statistics.
How to study any example.
Okay. The things which you have mentioned, okay, and the things which you have not mentioned, you don't remember, all of them will be part of traffic engineering. The median, the standard deviation, the average, the probabilities. Okay, we will use them in this course direct. Okay, we will use all these things which we have covered in statistics in traffic engineering. Okay, so statistics is very closely linked with the field of transportation and traffic engineering, more than other fields. More than other fields. Okay, for example, if you are talking about structures or materials, there is some data which is coming from the labs. Okay, you do some experiments and so on. Okay, and there are many things which are coming from physics. Okay, mechanics. But in traffic and transportation, almost all the equations and formulas are coming from statistics. Okay, either they are derived using statistics or there is data behind them, and to analyze the data to come up with the equation, you have to know statistics. Okay. Now I am emphasizing these two things because there will be a lot of terms and lot of concepts in this course which we have covered in these two courses. Okay, so if you are already familiar with those terms, you have it in your mind, then the course will become easier. Okay, but if you are looking at these terms and you are thinking about what does it mean and where did I learn about it earlier, why is it why is he going so fast over this term, why is he not explaining more, and so on and so forth. Your course load will increase if you are thinking like this. Okay, how many credit hours for this course? 3, right? Okay, so if you know these things, then it's 3 credit hours. If you don't know these things, it will become 5, 6 credit hours. So same things which you can finish in 3 hours, or others can finish in 3 hours, you will take 5, 6 hours to finish. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So you have to revise these courses. Just at least you should have an idea about what did you learn in these courses. Okay, before this class, usually this is my office hour. Okay, so if you want to meet me in my office, you can come before the class. Inshallah, you will find me. Okay, if you want some other time, then send me a message and you will see. Okay, when I'm free. Okay, and one more thing about message, there is Teams and there is WhatsApp. Okay, so you message me on Teams. Don't assume that you message me on WhatsApp. Okay? Then whenever you send me a message, I will read it and I will respond. It will take some time. Clear? Okay? What else? The email is there. You can contact me on email as well, no problem. Okay, this is the textbook of the course. The edition which we have available is the 5th edition. I believe there is another one after that, but anyways. So this is the one which I was trying to upload it actually before the class. I could not do it, but anyways, I will upload it on the Blackboard. Okay, so this is considered as the best book for traffic engineering. Okay, for the course, this is considered as the best book around the world. Then we have 2 reference books. The second one is the highway engineering book. This one. Okay, this is the same which you have studied from in the highway engineering course. The first one is a very good book. It has a lot of examples, and the topics are given in a very summarized form. Okay, so if you want to do revision, you want to do practice, okay, you can do it from this book. And I believe there is the answers are also given at the end for the problems. You can do practice, you can check your answers, and the 7th edition is actually the new edition of this book. Okay, so everything is very new, recent. Okay, there is this software Vism. We will see if we have time enough to cover it in the class. Okay, this one or some other software, I will see if we can cover it in the class. Then we have Highway Capacity Manual. Okay, so it's a manual, it's a book. Okay, and it's published by some organization in US, and it has been taken as a standard all around the world. Okay, and the latest edition of the manual is 2022. Again, I have it. I will upload it on Blackboard. But the important thing is whatever we are covering from the manual, it's already part of the textbooks. The books which I showed you is taking content from the manual. Okay, and obviously the book is more organized as compared to the manual. If you pick up any manual, steel design manual or ACI manual or something like this, it has a lot of details, but it's not good for studying. Okay, so for studying, the textbook is good. It has explanation, it has small examples to explain the concept and so on and so forth. If you look at the manual, you will find all the equations and tables and procedures and so on. Okay, but if you want to learn something new, then the manual is not a good option. So that's why we will be covering it from the book. If anything is missing, I need more data, then we can take it from the manual. Okay. But even in the manual, you will find solved examples, complete solved examples from a step 1 to step 0. Okay, so everything is there. Okay, so you can still use it for practice, but you don't have to worry about the manual. If you are covering the textbook, you are covering the manual as well.
You will upload it to Blackboard also.
Yes. Okay, Microsoft Teams for if you have to, if in case we have to take an online lecture or something, we can do it on Microsoft Teams. Communication will be through Microsoft Teams. But anything to be uploaded from my end or to be submitted from your end will be on Blackboard. So whenever I ask you for a submission, it will be on Blackboard. If I am uploading something, it will be on Blackboard. It's more stable, I believe. And then there is this YouTube channel which has the lectures from COVID onwards, okay, for this course and the other courses as well. The good thing which happened last semester, I was able to record almost all the lectures and upload it. Okay, so and the content which we will cover in this semester, 95% is the same as the last semester. Okay, I'll still record these lectures as well and upload them, and I will prefer that you listen to them. Okay, because this is what we are covering in the class for your sake. But if you want to, if you think I have to cover something in advance, but I need more explanation, you can listen to the lectures from the previous semesters as well, especially the last one, because that is complete. Okay, it has from the first to the last lecture everything. Okay, for the content of the course, we have driver and vehicle characteristics. And what did I tell you about them? Driver and vehicle characteristics? Main elements. And where did we cover them? Yeah. And when did you do the design? Which course? Hi. Okay. So we are starting from there. And then we have some topics which are related to traffic data collection and their and its analysis. So how to collect traffic data and how to analyze it. So you cannot just go in the field and collect the data however you want, whatever is convenient and so on and so forth. No, there are some rules and regulations you have to follow. Okay, so you must know why you are collecting traffic data, what calculations you are going to perform on them. Okay, and what are your requirements for the data. Okay, so we will cover these things in some of these topics. Then we have the topic of traffic flow theory. So traffic flow theory is all the equations and formulas which you will apply on the data. Traffic flow theory means all the equations and formulas which you will apply on traffic data. Okay. Then we have the capacity analysis. We call it the capacity analysis. So we will look at different types of highways. What are the differences between them? How to calculate their capacity? What factors affect their capacity? And how to find out their performance. Okay, for different types of highways, how to find out their performance, meaning if the highway is doing good or bad or what. Okay, so this is the main thing which we will cover from the manual, the highway capacity manual. Okay, and then we will look a little bit on, we will touch on the topic of signalized intersections. Okay. So there are 4 outcomes which we are looking from this course. First of all, you should have the ability to understand and describe the principles and concepts of traffic engineering. Then traffic data collection, how to collect traffic data, how to analyze it. Then we have calculation of capacity and LOS. LOS stands for level of service. Okay, LOS stands for level of service. Performance of the highway. Okay, so performance of the highway is measured as LOS, level of service. And then, like I said, we will look at the design of signalized intersections. I will not go in details. Okay, there will be 2 exams and 2 quizzes in this course, everything in the class. Okay, everything will happen in the classroom. The quizzes will be in the classroom, the exams will be in the classroom. Okay, during the classroom, I mean during the time of the class. Okay, so when I say exams, that means you have to solve something. Okay, and quizzes means that there will be multiple choice and true and false and so on. Okay, there will be a term project of 20%, there will be a final exam of 40%. I'll come back to the topic of term projects.
Did you program for the dates?
Okay, that was about the course. Now I want to give you a little bit of introduction about the term project as well. Okay, and the reason behind that is the term project takes the entire term, takes the entire semester. Okay, so you have to start now. Yes, we are starting now, right? Okay, so you have to start from the start of the semester. Clear? That's why we are discussing it from today. Okay. Another important thing is you have to make groups. Okay. You should not do it and you cannot do it alone. Some of you have the idea I can do everything which you have given us for the entire semester, but I cannot make a group. Mean to say that yes, I can do everything, but I cannot be with someone else. Okay, so you have to go back to your planet from where you came and find more people like you. Okay, you have some other problems you have to take care of. Okay. So you have to do it in groups. Okay, number of members you can be up to 4 members in the group. Okay, the main objective of this project is to find out the level of service for a highway segment. The main objective of the term project is to find out level of service for a highway segment. Level of service means what? Huh? Performance of the highway. Okay, so in order to do that, you need to collect some data, you need to perform some calculations and so on. Okay, so all this is part of the term project. Okay, so you start by making a group and you have to select a segment on which you will perform your project. Okay, so you have to select a highway segment. Now what does a segment mean? The part of the road which is between 2 intersections is called a segment. Section or segment, whatever you want to call it. Between 2 intersections is called a segment. Okay. Your project is where? On the segment. Okay. You are performing your project there on the segment. Okay. Intersection is just giving you this is the start of the segment and the end of the segment. There, like the classroom. When I say classroom, you have to be in the classroom, right? But the classroom is between what? Walls. But when you are thinking about the classroom, are you thinking about this or the walls? Yes, right? Okay, the room itself. Same thing here. So when I say the segment, you are performing the project on the segment, but the boundary of the segment is between two intersections. Okay, but intersection is not your concern. Okay, my segment starts from here, it ends here, that's it. Okay, but whatever I will do between them. Okay, data collection and whatever drawing and measurement and whatever you have to do between them. Clear? Okay, so you select a segment, somebody says I have a signal here, I have a roundabout here, it doesn't matter. Okay, what matters is the segment. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, now you cannot select any segment, there are some conditions given here. First of all, the number of lanes for the segment, it should be more than one in each direction. Each direction should have more than one lane. Okay, there should be a median. You know what is the median, right? What is the median?
Account for the middle of the highway.
Separating the two
Directions. Yeah, so it should have a median. The segment should be 500 meters long at least. Should be 500 meters long at least. Okay, it can be more, no problem. The speed limit on the segment should be again at least 80 kilometers per hour. Speed limit should be at least 80 kilometers per hour. If you have more, no problem.
Supposed to be equal lines.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be equal lines. So sometimes there's 2 lanes here and 3 lanes here. It's okay.
Yeah. But that extra lane is usually for entry or exit. So you can just ignore it. Okay. What else? Yeah. The last thing is there should not be any maintenance activity happening on the construction activity should not be happening on the segment. Otherwise, you will have problem when you will go and collect traffic data. Because people will be stopping and there will be no speed and no flow. You will have problems. Okay. If they are doing some construction work, they are constructing a building on the side of the road, no problem. But if it is something related to the road, sidewalk, shoulder, intersection, don't take it. Clear? Okay. So once you have selected the segment, you will do a trial of data collection on the segment. A trial of data collection on the segment. It's a trial, so you can do it at any time, no problem. In any direction, no problem. You just go there for 15-20 minutes. You count the number of vehicles in that 15-minute period and you measure the speed of the vehicles. Okay. Now how do we measure the speed of the vehicles? You can mark a distance on the side of the road, have a stopwatch. When the car crosses the distance, you record the time and you can do distance upon time. Okay. Or now the smartphones have the apps for measuring the speed as well. Whether you are using iPhone or Android or whatever. And so you can use the app as well, no problem. There, you can do distance upon time, you can use the app, no problem. In the end, there's a deadline here, and you will be, on this deadline, you will be submitting 3 things. The group, your names and everything in the group, your location, and the data from the trial run. 3 things. Group, location, the data. Clear? Okay? Yes.
How can we collect that by being safe? Like, do we stand on the side of the road? Is it safe?
Yeah. You can stand on the side, you can stand if you have a pedestrian bridge, you can stand on the pedestrian bridge. Whatever you feel is safe, no problem. Okay? There is no problem with that. Okay. For the next submission, you will collect some more data. You will perform some calculation, and again you will do the submission. For the rest of the items, there are some calculations required. Okay, and the data collection also has some requirements. We will cover these topics, as I already mentioned. We will cover the topics of graphic data collection in the class. So when we are covering those topics, I will mention that this is what you have to do in the term project. Okay. If you want to know in advance, the guidelines are already uploaded, the notes are already uploaded, and as I already mentioned, you can look at the lectures from the last semester as well. If you want to do it in advance, if you want to start getting into it before the others, you can do these things. You can take help from these things. Okay. Otherwise, when we will cover the topic, the relevant topic in the class, I will explain how it is to be done and whether it is required in the term project or not. Clear? Okay. So you will have another submission and then the final report, which is in the last week, and in the last week you will have the presentations as well. Okay. So the group will be doing the submission together, but the presentation everybody has to present. Okay. So if you miss the presentation, you miss the marks for the presentation. Okay? Everybody has to come in the presentation, they have to present something from the project. Clear? Okay. Now, I believe till now you don't have the access to the MS Teams, right? Okay. So once you have the access, I will upload an Excel file, and you can put your group names in that file and your location. Okay, for the rest of the people to see that these people have a group and this is the location which is already taken. The location, you have to select the segment as I mentioned. Segment is both directions, between two intersections. Okay, so if your segment is 2 kilometers long, it's your segment, done. Okay. No other group can come and they say they know, let them take half the segment and we'll take half the segment. No. Okay, or let them do on one direction, we'll do the other direction. You selected the segment, this is your segment. The entire segment belongs to one group. That's it. Both directions, the entire segment. You cannot divide it in any way. Clear? The group members, you can make it from other sections, no problem. Okay? Clear? So I was saying that I will upload the Excel sheet so that you will know in advance who are the people who have already made the group. Okay, who are the people who say they are your friends but they already made the group with someone else. You give them and they have more place and so on. Okay? Clear? Any questions? Okay, so this is it for today. So we shall start with the content of the course tomorrow. Okay, I believe the class is in the same room.
So tomorrow we will have a class.
Uh-huh. No? Where?
Monday
Same building. No problem. Okay. So, and I will start taking the attendance from tomorrow, and if you come with the other section, you can come, don't ask me for attendance. Okay, so when I open the attendance in this section, it will be only for this section. Clear? Okay. So you come with section 1, you attend and you go. Okay? And you tell me, the doctor, I have a problem. If you don't give me this one attendance, one class, I will get WF. You don't have a problem with one class. You have a problem with a lot of classes then. Okay? So don't get to that point where you have to beg me for one class attendance. Okay, just attend with your section Okay, for maybe once in a month you attended with other section because you could not make it in your section, it will not have much effect in your attendance. Okay, and I'm not giving marks to you for attendance. He attended 10 classes, he has more marks. He has attended 12 classes, he has even more marks. There is nothing like this. Okay, just fulfill your requirements and that's it. Clear? Okay, thank you.